Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today is Married at First Sight, Season 10, Episode 5, Trouble in Paradise. This episode was drama filled. Was it filled with drama? Or was it just kind of glazed or glossed over with drama? Either way, drama was present. So this week, the couples, they started off, we started off in the morning with each one, and then we went to a group gathering, and then they split into girl group, boy group, or girls and guys chats. And then each couple went off on their individual excursions, and then they come back together for a group dinner. And finally, it's night. Everybody goes to bed. So let's start with my favorite couple, Katie and Derek. Katie and Derek, again, they still seem like they're on a good track. And this is what this process is supposed to be. You're supposed to kind of learn your mate, your spouse, become friends, and then kind of grow into love. And Katie and Derek seem to be on that path. They even say that they feel like they're becoming best friends. They talked about how they both love cheese, like cheeses are the best things in the world. I thought that was cute. So they are really growing and going in the right direction. She asked him to help her with her insulin shot. And while I don't think she needed the help, I think she was trying to test him to see if he got squeamish or if he kind of was like, oh no, kind of shied away from it. But he didn't. He jumped right in. He was like, all right, let's go. Show me what to do with it. Show me where it goes. I think that was a plus in the good column for Katie. He did a thing for her birthday. He said he put out, when they came back to the room, he had flowers and some champagne and rose petals on the bed. And I mean, it is her birthday. She's his wife. So they're just going, they seem to be on the right path. As they were talking though, I wonder if she's going to tell him about her ex, what happened with her ex right before the wedding. For production's sake, I feel like it's going to come back. Like she'll have to tell him. Let's jump to Jessica and Austin. They don't seem compatible to me. We already know that Austin is not Jessica's type. So I think she is, and I actually wrote it down and I said it just seems like she seems to be doing what she thinks she's supposed to be doing in this moment. Like, of course, you get married, you go on your honeymoon, you're supposed to consummate your marriage. On your honeymoon, you're supposed to cuddle with your husband, you're supposed to kiss and be googly-eyed. And I think she thinks that that's what she's supposed to do, but it just does not seem natural. It seems forced. He's trying his best to get close to her because I think he is genuinely attracted to her, with the understanding that they are getting to know each other and they're going to be together. I wrote down that they seemed the grabbing and hugging that they were doing and touching that she was doing, not him, that she was doing to him, just seemed forced. They went for their couples thing together. They went and got massages at the spa. Like, oh yeah, during the massages we weren't laughing and joking. We were being serious. We were being grown up and serious. But then they sat next to each other and she started giggling and stuff again. He seems way more relaxed. She still seems a little high school girlish. I'm just hoping that it just becomes a little more natural to her if she really is going to give this, that old college try. They seem more like companions and buddies than they did a married couple. And granted, I understand it's just day 3 of their marriages, right? So, but they still just seem like companions. I mean, they eventually say by the end of the episode that they did have sex, or they imply it. They don't actually say, yes, we had sex, but they give us the impression that they did. Let me know if you think otherwise. To jump back to Derek and Katie, though, they did have sex. We all knew that was going to happen sooner than she got her birthday sex. Up next was, where do I want to go next? Zach and let's go to Zach and Mindy. Zach and Mindy. Oh. So last week I did say I felt like Zach was what did I say about him last week? That I thought he was auditioning, and I agree. I still feel that way. I every scene looks like Zach is posing. Like when they were having their conversation in the bed, he's laid back with the shirt off, covers kind of tossed to the side, in his sweatpants posing. When they were on the beach, it's just the way he sits. He's always posing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. It is nothing wrong with wanting to look nice. He just looks staged. Is that a better word? Staged. Let's go with that. So Mindy is questioning him, kind of asking him, and so we understand that based on her actions and with her friend told Zach at the wedding reception, Mindy is very big on words of affirmation. Like she needs to know that you are interested, that you care, that you are thinking about her. And Zach is not that. He is about Zach, about Zach's hair, about Zach's body, about Zach's image to the world. And then, of course, his comments that he made to her last week are not helping. So she keeps having they keep having these very intense conversations. Not even intense, but just deep. Or what did I write? Serious. They keep having these serious conversations over and over. She just needs affirmation and confirmation that he is into her. And I just don't know if he has it in him to give it to her. Like, I feel like Zach could be a really, really cool friend that doesn't necessarily want anything from you, but just to kind of hang out. I just don't know that he can give that to her. And even before Mindy said this, I thought when he was talking, she said, he says a lot, but is not saying anything, or something to that effect. And as he was talking, and he was trying to smooth her over, I was like, what the hell is he saying? Like, he's saying a lot of words, none of it is making sense. Like, he's talking in riddles and catchphrases, and none of it was making sense. And she said that a couple times, at least two of their conversations, that I don't know. She's like, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. They went on their boat ride, their excursion together. He did seem like he was trying to be a little more jokey and jovial with her, but it seemed like it was a little bit forced. Like he wasn't doing it because he wanted to do it. He was doing it because he probably felt like it was the right thing to do for the camera. When she asked him, they were on the boat, and she asked him what was the best part of their little excursion that they went on, and he said, just being there with you. And the guy that was driving the boat even was like that was corny. So it just doesn't seem genuine. It doesn't seem natural. He says he's trying to be genuine and upfront with her, but it just doesn't feel genuine. It feels very staged, very interview-like. He's auditioning. Okay, so then Brandon and Taylor. Oh, jeez. They stress me out. They give me a headache. So in the beginning of the episode, Taylor is just kind of being cutesy with the video camera. Brandon is snoring, and he wakes up to her with the camera next to him, and he jumps out of bed. And my first thing was, what the hell happened to him? Why did he jump out of the bed like that? He runs to the bathroom. She goes in there. He doesn't even talk to her. She lays on his shoulder. He pulls away. He goes out on the balcony. Like, he goes into diva mode and brat mode. They go out to the pool where the other couples are. He doesn't talk to her. They sit down together. He doesn't acknowledge her at all. And then when they start chatting amongst themselves, he says something to the effect of, the only thing he asks for is respect, not to have a camera in his face when he wakes up. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you hiding from the FBI? Like, what's the problem? The cameras are in the room. You're on a TV show. Come on, dude. Like, really? And then you go into complete diva mode all day. You don't talk to her. She said when they were at the bar, she went up and tried to, play nice. She bought him his favorite beer, and he said, no, I don't want it. And then 5 minutes later, he goes to the pool and orders the same beer. Like, remember in week 1, I think it was, when I said they were both raised by all women. Girls being raised by all women is very different from boys being raised by all women. And I think he is a prime example of a boy being raised in a household with all women. He's allowed to have a temper tantrum, and at some point you got to outgrow that. Like, you can't be 35 years old and have a temper tantrum and decide that you're not going to talk to nobody, because shit don't work like that. Grow up. Like, get your life, sir. But they finally did sit down and have a one-on-one conversation. Taylor was feeling it because she was drinking the dark liquor. Did y'all notice the editing was a little off? 1 minute she had some dark liquor in her glass, and the next minute it looked like water or maybe something different. I don't know. But she was like, I don't deserve to be talked to like that. I didn't sign up to be treated like this. And she made it a point to say, I'm not weak. That's that girl being raised by women, being a strong black woman, right? Both of them raised by probably strong women, but very different outcomes. Now, they did have their conversation. Like I said, he apologized. He said when he woke up and saw the camera in his face, he had an anxiety attack and he got scared. Come, like, dude, please get over yourself. I gave you the whole anxiety at the wedding and at the reception, and even at the brunch with with her family. But come on now. Like I said, cameras are in your room all the time. Get over yourself. He just seems a little bit of a diva, in my opinion. He apologizes. He gives her the little smile and the head tilt. And I don't know if it's the dark liquor that talks to her, or just that they're in Panama and she might be getting a little bit horny, but she forgives him because she says, you want to move closer to me? So she gets over really, really quick. So their excursion, they go off and feed the sloths. He says while they're at the sloths that he's just like a sloth. He needs his space. He needs to be left alone sometimes. That's not a married thing. You can't be left alone, Matt. Remember when Matt and Amber moved in together? And he wanted to move his stuff into that the other bathroom. You don't get that. You don't get to be left alone. This is your time to get to know each other, to learn each other. So anyway, Brandon feels like his spirit animal is a sloth. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I wrote about them? At the end of the day, he has the rose petals on the bed and on the floor, and he's set up the bubble bath and with the champagne and the candles, and he's in the tub when she comes in, and she is just elated and thinks it's the cutest thing. She goes to put on her little married or wifey bathing suit, and they end the evening on a good note. They too say that they have not had sex. I feel like they may have, they just don't want to say. Like, Taylor just wants to put on this maybe goody two shoes persona. They said they're walking around the room naked. Come on. Work with me. Let's talk about this train wreck of a Meka and Michael. This is a mess because Michael is a bullshit artist. He thinks he's talking a good game. See, he's one of the people who talk and believes what he says and thinks that everybody else believes him. Isn't it a narcissistic behavior? He feels like what he's saying is real and everybody around him believes it. No, you ain't fooling nobody, sir. And I will be so glad when Meka shows him where she's from and who she really is, because she has given him the benefit of the doubt. He keeps talking about he's being genuine and honest. No, you're not. You can't even keep your story straight to us on camera. So I know you bullshitting her behind the camera. How you gonna have one conversation with her on the plane, but when you talk to Pastor Cal, it's the communication needs to be better, because what she said that he said about intimacy and consummating the marriage, you don't agree with. You ain't say you didn't say it. You just don't agree with it. Okay, you don't have to agree with me repeating it, but if you said it, you said it. Own your shit and say you said it. Meka says she feels like a failure, that this isn't working. And I really hope that she gets past that, because I would absolutely not say that she was a failure, especially in this type of situation. Like, it's not like that you've nurtured this relationship and you've put 110% into it and you've known each other for however long. You met this dude 3 days ago. You can only go off of what he told you, what he told your family, and the information that you've gotten from the experts. And for some reason, Pastor Cal feels like you're not seeing who we think he is. You give him some time, learn each other, be friends. But what she's saying is who he is on paper, who he portrayed himself as to Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper and Dr. Viviana, is not who he is in real life. He just seems like he's full of shit, and I don't like it. I like the fact that Meka called Dr. Cal. I keep want to call him a doctor. Pastor Cal, and Pastor Cal is like, no, I'm going to hold him accountable because I have high standards for these men in these relationships. So I'm going to call him, but I want you to do your work too. I feel like the fact that she went ahead and called Pastor Cal really says to me that she wants it to work. She wants input from the experts to give her some tools of how she can get through. Initially, I didn't really like the idea that all the couples were at the same place on their honeymoons, but in her situation, I think it's the best idea, because she has people that she can run to, so to speak. If she was there in Panama with just this guy by herself, like, what would she do? She would be on her way home by now. But because she has the other group of women that she can go talk to, I think that's helping her to be there in that moment and try to work on what's happening with Michael. Now, he did stay in a separate room. It seems like that's where he's going to be right now. He doesn't have his wedding ring on, though. And she questioned him on that when they had their face-to-face conversation. And he gave her some bullshit answer about, what did he say? Because I wanted to make sure I wrote it down. He didn't feel like he was meeting the standards, which went with what the ring represents. Okay, that's fine. You're not meeting it, so you didn't want to wear the ring. But you've been in it for 3 days. 3 days. And you taking the ring off already? Like, that to me says you have no intentions of this working. I think it goes back to the wedding when I thought that he was not attracted to her. But Meka called his ass. She said, well, you let me know when you're ready to put yours back on, because then I'll put mine back on. How about that? I'll take it off and we'll be naked fingers down here in Panama together. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna take mine off too. Good for her. He says he needs communication. And her response was, how much more communication can I give you if I continue to tell you what I need or what I want or what I want to do, and you don't give it back? You don't respond. In his mind, communication in a marriage means intimacy and sex. And she's like, not yet. That couple just it's just trouble. It's trouble. So that was each couple individually. Now the girls and the guys split. And the girls are in the hot tub having drinks, and they're chilling, and they're chatting about, like, when they were all together at the pool side, they were questioning Meka, and she was trying to give very little tidbits of answers. But when they got in the hot tub, the girls was like, all right, girl, spill the tea. She pretty much told them the same story that she said multiple times. And, what he told her family versus what he says to her. And all the girls are like, okay, so yeah, we're not feeling Michael, but we want you to have a great experience while you're here. You have us, and we're here for you. The one thing that stood out to me in the hot tub was when they was talking to Katie about Derek, and somebody said he is cute. Oh, Meka said he's so cute, and Miss Jess said he is so cute. Yes, he is so cute. Like, she had one more so cute before somebody should have set up and said, okay, oh, okay. We know he is your type, but okay, that's her husband. Bring it down. The guys chat, and that's when Brandon says, him and Taylor are very close to that moment. They walk around the room with each other naked. Oh. Mindy says she's miserable. She thinks it's the biggest mistake she's ever made. But we all know that Mindy overthinks, overprocesses, and overanalyzes, and over. The one thing that stood out to me in the guys' chat was when Michael says, and I want to read this because I want to make sure I say it properly. How do I love you the way... So he's asking the guys this about Meka. How do I love you the way you want to be loved, and be sure that I'm going to get that back in return? Well, you're not. You don't know. You don't know that. Even getting married to somebody that you've known for a year or so, you still don't know that that's what you're going to get back in return. But you put yourself into it unselfishly. See, he's a selfish. I'm just not sure about there. No, I am sure. I'm sure it's a shit show. Primetime shit show. And then the last thing was that together they had the group dinner. And I noticed that Jess was eating off of Austin's plate. That means that they are trying to get a little cozier. Meka is still unhappy. She's like, how can you be... How did she say it? What did she say? Something like, how am I going to be into it when you're here with somebody that you don't feel comfortable with? She pretty much saying, I'm here in Panama with somebody that I don't like, that I don't trust, and I'm supposed to sit here with you guys and look all hee ha ha and happy. That's not happening tonight. If you look at it again, look at Meka's face when Michael talks. It is... Just look at her face. Taylor throws Katie completely under the bus by asking, so did it happen last night? And Katie pretty much confirms that she and Derek had sex. They had birthday sex. And Austin had sex again, because I think that that's what she thinks she's supposed to do in this moment. Brandon and Taylor said that they did not, but I think they got very close to it if they didn't. And if they didn't do it by then, they did it after the bathtub party. Zach and Mindy, no, she said they didn't, and that they're waiting. They want to get to know each other. Yeah, Michael, they ain't even sleeping in the same room, so they definitely ain't getting no sex. So, that's what I got for y'all for this week. I hope I didn't run through that too fast, but trying to sum up these 2-hour episodes in a 20-minute video is a challenge, but I'm trying. I don't want to bore you guys, so don't forget to subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think about these episodes, this episode, and you know what to do. Thumbs up, guys. Until next week, see ya. Bye.